I mean, everybody else wanted to believe, and I sort of believe maybe he's kind of a bit more decent.
When Ben Elton said this of Rishi Sunak earlier this year,
you know, and it turns out he's as much of a mendacious, narcissistic sociopath as his previous boss.
He may have hit on a home truth. Yes, there was a point where lots of people thought Sunak was the bee's knees for introducing the furlough scheme and also the Eat Out to Help Out scheme. But it's the same approach of Johnson. Try to appear fun and approachable to get people to like you so that you can get what you want and you can get into the position you want to be in. And people fell for it.
Rishi Sunak's hugely controversial Eat Out to Help Out scheme was introduced to save Britain's economy.
The policy and strategy for responding to COVID and for liaising with and synthesising all the data and the approaches from the line departments. What was the CTF's view on the Eat Out to Help Out scheme?
The Eat Out to Help Out scheme didn't come through me or the task force. It was decided by the Prime Minister and the Chancellor, as far as I am aware.
But for all the constant claims of following the science, it appears Sunak, along with Johnson, were sidestepping the scientists and advisors and doing what they thought was right to kickstart the economy.
But the then Chancellor's move, encouraging people to leave their homes during a pandemic and most likely driving the surge in infections, was never put to the country's chief scientific advisor.
So I mentioned earlier the economy, but there's also another factor in play, a need of Sunak's to obtain the role of PM. His dismissal of scientific advice and self-promotion of the Eat Out to Help Out scheme smacks of somebody using a gimmick to position themselves in the public eye to move into the top job.
DC, I'm looking at the last 9 now, DC Dominic Cummings says Rishi thinks just let people die and that's okay. And then this feels like a complete lack of leadership. Is that your comment at the end there?
Yes, I think so.
And to put things in context, that's Mr. Cummings saying that was the thought that let's let people die. It's not necessarily, you didn't hear that from the Rishi Sunak himself.
That is what Dominic Cummings said.
Reported, yeah.
Yes.
Even though the let people die comment actually came from another sociopath, Dominic Cummings, it's easy to imagine Sunak pushing the consequences of his actions, that of multiple deaths, to one side in order to achieve his ultimate aim. Click here for Sunak's restaurant disasters.